I was looking at something the other day. Sure, you won't be able to offer really any helpful input without actually sending you an example, but you can buy like USB port add-ons for the PS5, but
Okay.
I, as in like you plug it into a USB slot and then you have 5 additional like
Okay,
ports.
so like a hub
Yeah,
type thing.
but I guess without sending you a specific example, you probably couldn't tell me if there's any. I was thinking about it, and I was like, most stuff I use for USB doesn't really matter the speed, if you see what I mean. Like a headset and a microphone and stuff, the
Oh,
speed doesn't
yeah,
matter that much.
they'll all work with two, like
Like I
USB
could
2.
I could still keep my external hard drive like natively connected, and then run more peripheral stuff off a hub, and there wouldn't really be a downside to that, right?
No, however, and I don't know if it would apply or not. I don't know how the splitting would work, but something that I found, which is quite strange. You know, I got like my sim kind of thing.
We need reinforcements deployed ASAP to
So
the
the
Windows
wheel
building
plugs
south.
in with like a
The
single
troops are
USB
holding
that
against a
then like
two-pronged attack from Russia
it
and
probably
Ukraine.
has some sort of hub inside and then the pedals connect to the wheel, so it's kind of like it's two USBs
Yeah.
sort of thing, I would say, in the view of the PS5.
Loyalty will be rewarded.
So if I plug that in
So get
and then I play like Gran Turismo with that, but with the VR headset, occasionally you'd get like a warning pop up on the screen saying too many USB devices.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop it working, but it like jebs out for like 5 seconds and then it's fine again.
Yeah, see,
So
Paul,
there
Paul
might
was
be some
kinda
underlying
saying something similar,
Mm,
where it's like they're not power restricted but bandwidth restricted, which is why I think it would be fine for like a headset, for example. But I was wondering if you knew anything about the PS5's like actual restrictions of. Does the PS5 freak out because it's like we have like 3, 4 USB ports or whatever? Why is there 6 things connected?
yeah,
Like
see,
I don't know how
that's what I
PS4
mean.
manages like that and the power output.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not
basically,
too sure, but
the
that's
only
my
reason
experience with the USB.
the only reason I'm thinking it is because the PS5 has what 1, 2, 3 USB ports, I think. 2 on the back, 1 on the front. I think
Is it?
there's
Yes,
definitely
it's
2 on the
two.
back.
Is that?
Yeah, there is, because I currently have my hard drive and my headset plugged in at the back, and then my microphone plugged in at the front. So there's at least 3.
Give me 2 seconds. I can check.
This is such an AI-rich hobby.
You're right. It's got two at the back,
1 at the front.
two A's at the back, one A at the front, and one C at the front.
Yes, but the C is really of no use to me, to be honest, because pretty
That's
much.
basically been made for the VR, basically.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So pretty
Which is
worthless
why
for
they
me
put that there,
because
yeah.
every other periphery is just USB. So basically, the problem I have, to sort of surmise it, is if for streaming, for example, I have camera USB, microphone USB, I have my hard drive permanently plugged in, which the hard drive has to stay basically, like, because that's where like half my games are.
Yeah.
So if I have camera, microphone, and headset, so when I play with you guys, I don't use face cam, so not a problem. I just unplug the face cam and plug in the headset.
Yeah.
But if I play like a solo stream, I unplug the headset and I just use headphones plugged into the PlayStation controller, and then have the cam instead as the third USB slot. I was just wondering
Yeah.
if it was
Oh,
worth
okay.
buying a USB hub to have the option of headset and face cam, basically, is the issue I have.
Yeah, unless
Have an
someone else
A
can
to
like
C
validate a specific.
converter. That might work. Well, I guess it'd be C to A converter. Like if I got a USB-C to plug into the spare port on the front that had a USB-A converter on it, that could maybe work.
Yeah. You may get a better result in getting a C to like multiple A hub because
Yeah.
you've got more bandwidth on the C than the
Well,
A
this is kind of what I was
ports,
thinking though. Like
probably.
in terms of the bandwidth, if I left the hard drive plugged natively in anyway, and tried to leave the face cam natively plugged, because that's the biggest amount of like data, then the headset slash microphone in theory shouldn't be too demanding, but also at the same time I don't want to have a laggy cam or audio. Like I don't want a mic that's having any sort of issues, and I don't want a face cam that's stuttering or delayed, and I don't want my game audio to be delayed because it'll fuck me up.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. No, unless someone could
That's a
like.
good option. Yeah, I just don't know how the PS5 handles it. Is more the issue.
Yeah, and as I said, the only experience I've had with USBs is where I've had
VR and
two quite high
yeah.
bandwidth things
and it
plugged in, and it goes. Yeah.
Which
So like when you quit an app and things like that, it does it at that point. It's a bit weird.
But like, it's a weird one with streaming because although it may only be like, say, 2 or 3 seconds of an issue, that's easily enough to make people just click off the stream. If you get what I mean. Like, people are so fussy because it's such like a oversaturated platform that you can watch 5,000 other people. It's like, oh, that's a mild inconvenience. I'll simply just not. I gotta top up this McDonald's fund. This is like 60% AI. It's great for revives.
Oh, I know. We got less than 10 players.
That's why I'm number 1, baby.
Come on, someone revive me. There's like fucking 6 AIs in the nearby medic menu.
Maybe I'll look at reviews of the products because it's just I like see them like suggested like on Amazon. You know, when you go on Amazon and it's like you bought PS5 internal memory, so you may also like a PS5 USB hub. And I was like, oh, I hadn't really thought about that, but that is an issue I actually do kind of have. I'm EMP. This tank's a goner.
Okay, no. Don't want to go around there. It's death around there.
That's a real player. I'm out of bullets. He's 1 health.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's
fucking 8 people, man, on our team.
The fuck? Alright, I'm just gonna run around and res.
That's the lowest I've seen it. Yeah, go for it. There's so many.
This is the lowest I've seen it, but like for an extended period.
Yeah. Obviously, when the lobby's like spinning up.
Or like it'll be like this for like 5 minutes tops, but it will be gradually filling. But it's not even gradually filling. It's just it just is. Can't even spawn on you guys. I'm just spawn at the back and go pick up my AI buddies.
Spawn off anyone.
Oh no, I'm being massive danger medic at the minute.
Yeah, I can tell.
Just farming
Heavily in combat.
Yeah. Do you want to back out and try and find a new lobby?
I guess we can, yeah.
Because I just feel like
it pulls you out.
It's kind of gonna go nowhere. Well, if you back out and I back out, I think it then puts us in the same squad. If you see what I mean. Yeah. But I think you can like leave with the squad.
Out.
Yeah, I've left as well.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any like warning. Like
no,
pull the squad out.
The parties are super loose, like suggestion in this game. It's not really a party. Watched a bit more Drive to Survive today, and I fucking loved that. What's the guy's name that's at Alpine? Otmar or something? Guy's name is.
Otmar Safner, yeah.
Yeah. When he invested all that money in the young driver, name's super
Oscar
foreign.
Piastri.
Yeah, Piastri, that's it. And then he went to
No,
McLaren.
yeah, not Oscar Pistorius that I kept thinking every time they were going through.
It's
and
so
was like,
fucking close to his name, dude. Is he Australian as well?
He is, yes.
Because I've only heard him speak like 3 times, and so I was trying to like place his accent. But when Otmar's like, yeah, we'll sue the absolute bollocks off you, and McLaren are like, oh shit, do you want Ricardo? And they're like, not really.
Yeah, they're trying to offer Ricardo out everywhere just to get some money.
Yeah, I know. I feel really bad for Ricardo. He's one of my favourite like personalities, I guess. Like he just seems like a chill, like down to earth dude, and he's just
He
not had a
definitely
good
like
season.
got caught up in it all, kind of thing.
I feel like he just made 2 really key poor career choices in that he left Red Bull and then immediately left Renault. I feel like if he hadn't left Red Bull,
he was supposed to like
and if
be a
he'd
project
stuck,
driver at Renault. And
if he'd
failed.
stuck at Renault, him and Cyril might both still have a job.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But he just went like a bit rogue with it. I'm in the anti-aircraft vehicle just trying to take this VTOL out.
Nice. This is actually people in this lobby.
Yeah, right.
Fuck me.
VTOL's hurt. See you later, bitch.
Oh, it's burning.
It's down.
Burning.
So if you actually use these vehicles properly, they're pretty effective.
Well, go figure.
I feel like everyone just tries to use them as just like a tank, which is now what I'm doing, because there is no more vehicles. Oh, but someone's giving me a lock. Oh, sneaky little bus.
I hate this first point because they fucking flank both sides. It's so broken.
I hit the tank. Everyone bailing out like they don't have faith in me. Cowards! I'm rinsing that tank. It's super lit.
I was coming to get you, knob. I know we're defence, but come on.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Need a vehicle medic.
Sadly, I can't do that.
That's fine. They're all behind us.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking run out of the map and fuck these people up because this is getting fucking annoying.
Pinning them down on the other side of it.
Shit.
Yeah. I wonder if I can just drive up and run them over.
The respawn time is reset now. Yeah, I'm in the fucking.
I'm wedged on a rock. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can come into your area. Fuck you.
They're just sending like little drones up and shit. Ow. Oh, I'm getting hammered. We got a withdraw anyway, so.
Yeah, we lost that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out fighting. Sorry, Gunner, you're on your own. But no, I just really liked that Otmar was, because I sort of like, he made a twat of himself because he announced Oscar was going to be driving for Alpine next season, and then he tweeted like, "Nah, fucking ain't," and he was like,
It's the tone of his response.
Yeah, he was like pissed
them.
off at him. He was like, "I will not be driving for that team," and it's like, well, they invested $4 million in your, you know, like turning you into a driver. I kind of thought Otmar was just going to be like, oh, well, that's offensive. But he didn't. He was just like, huh, thought he'd have more loyalty. Anyway, can I meet with you, McLaren? Yeah, we'll sue the fuck out of you. And McLaren properly were like, shit. We got to pay off Danny Ricciardo's contract, and we got to pay a $5 million, like, lawsuit. This is bad. But then at the end of it, he's just like, oh, I think it actually worked out well for us, so I just didn't sue him. I was like, you should have sued him anyway, dude. Like, get an edge. I think he just wanted to avoid the PR disaster of, like, it's a bad look as a team to sue a driver. like other drivers may then look at Alpine and be like, do I want to go here? Like, what if I break my contract early? Does that mean someone's going to sue me for like $5 million?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Joe, another one. Oh. But I feel like this latest season's kind of actually taken quite a positive shift in that it's moved away from Red Bull versus Mercedes and who's going to win the championship so much. I feel like that was always an underlying narrative in the other seasons. Whereas
Yeah, this
time they're focused on that less.
It does barely anything on, like, anything to do with, like, the actual, like, table of results, to be fair.
Yeah, whereas that was big sort of plot points before was, like, the narrative of Mercedes, Red Bull, Hamilton, Verstappen. Whereas I feel like it's less so about that this time. Which is good. Keeps it fresh. Although, I think part of that is because they just want to milk that fucking Silverstone crash footage. The amount of times I've seen that race.
Oh, Joe wedged up a wall, yeah.
Well, because they do it for like 3 different plot lines.
No, they do, yeah.
It's like, oh, here's how George Russell helped him out. Here's how Ferrari threw away the lead. Here's how Hamilton got fucked by the reset. And it's like, yeah, alright, I get it. It's a big crash. You got the footage. We're all impressed. But it's such a good show, honestly.
Yeah, it was show's last year, I think it was. Well, it must have been last season. It was his first one.
Yes, I think it was, because he's not in anything previous.
Yeah, he won Rookie of the Year, and he was the only rookie. When he got his reward, he was like, "Thank God I won this."
I tell you who I do quite like though, and I think Drive to Survive's done a good job of like showing their like character arc, is Pierre Gasly from like 2018, 2019 to like 22. Like they've fully like grown up and like found themselves as a driver.
Yeah, I like Gasly.
Well, because the first season was sort of like him getting dropped from Red Bull, going down to AlphaTauri and having like a fucking shit time, and then the rest of it's just been like all redemption story. But he just seems like genuinely quite a nice dude. Like, actually just works hard and wants to do better. Because some of the drivers, you don't get the impression that they necessarily... Like, Ricciardo, as much as I like him, he doesn't seem like a hard-working kind of guy. Like, I'm sure he works hard, but probably not as hard as other people. Like, I think he's maybe got a bit more, or had a bit more natural talent.
Like, you can see the ones that are like, know that it's like F1 or bust, like, in terms of career.
Yeah, because I mean,
others that are
Ricciardo,
like...
maybe he was like it when he was younger as well, to be fair. It might just be that he's like, I've been here for years, like, I'm kind of established, I know what I'm doing, I'm pretty comfortable. Whereas some of the younger, more inexperienced drivers are like, shit, I really gotta like fight for my seat, and then hopefully that leads to bigger teams. I guess Ricciardo spent a lot of his career at Red Bull, so he already drove for a top team, he won races, he was in contention for constructors and drivers championships, he got podiums, whereas a lot of other drivers haven't had that experience, so they basically want to drive hard all the time.
As a driver, to stay there for more than a few years is like one thing. To get even one win is like insane.
There's so many people in F1 that like haven't even got a podium, and they maybe have a 3-year career, they don't get a podium, and then no team wants to touch them because they've not got a podium. So,
and then that's their F1 career over. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, even if you look at Mick Schumacher, he kind of wins the F3 and the F2, comes up and is finishing like 16th. And can't get anywhere.
Yeah. And then,
and I mean, if he didn't have the surname he had, I don't think he'd be given quite as much leeway as he's given, honestly.
Yeah, but the flip side of that, it must kind of suck.
Oh, 100%.
Like, trying to live up. Like, when you want to try and be your own person, you just can't.
And, well, I think... God. Holy shit. I think he's got a few things in his favour. One, his pedigree of being a Schumacher. And 2, he's a German driver, and Haas needed that for sponsorship deals, basically. So between being commercially viable in the sense that he's a Schumacher and the sense that he's German, kind of gives him a bit of a longer leash kind of thing, like a bit more chance to fuck up. I think other drivers would have been in a lot more shit a lot quicker, and people wouldn't have had the patience for it. But you saw how quickly, like, Gasly got bumped out of Red Bull. Mind you, Red Bull are a savage team for that.
Oh
anyway.
no, they're savage. Fuck.
Haas also very much. They're like, well, we've paid for this now. There's no more budget, so hopefully he stops wrecking cars.
Yeah, in that season, Mick has a few, like, not like really endangering him, but
no, but proper clangers.
Mess the car up.
Proper clangers where I've seen him rip 2 cars in half. And you know what? What's his name? Gene. He's proper like, listen, this is just all my money in this team. Every time he does that, it's like £1 million. Stop.
Please.
Like, he's gonna single-handedly bust Haas if he's not careful.
Yeah, that's it. That was like some fucking Dunkirk shit. They were just running along, getting machine gunned down. It's fucking brutal.
I keep fucking seeing footage for that game. You know, the body cam Unreal Engine game?
Yeah.
Just see it every time I open any social media. It's just like, oh, there it is. I can't believe this is a game and not footage. And I can't, because it's the 9th time I've seen it. But it does look mad, in fairness. But I'm just like, yeah, I get it. It's mad. Yeah. We're all excited. Also, the thing, I'm always really skeptical as well when I see stuff like that, because it's an awesome tech demo. Like, honestly, Unreal Engine should be using that in their, like, you know, advertisements and pitch to devs and stuff, and saying, look how this looks like we strapped a GoPro to someone and made them go do this. But realistically, that game doesn't necessarily look fun, and that may just be the one level, that 2.5 minute clip you're seeing over and over again, cut down in various ways. That's it. That's what they've made so far. So there's no point getting too excited about that game specifically. I just think it's more exciting to look at the Unreal Engine and go, wow, if they managed to make that, imagine what, you know, a big studio could do in terms of making a narrative game or a shooter or whatever. And then sort of what we were saying the other day, comparably to what the fuck of Naughty Dog and Insomniac and Rockstar got, that's gonna like be on a par with that, but optimized to their systems. Like, if GTA looked like that, that's mad.
Yeah, exactly.